What's up, amigos? It's the Prodigy Maker Minute with yours truly, Chris Lewitt. As you may know, I'm the former #1 for Cornell University, pro circuit player, elite junior development coach, and author and educator, author of The Secrets of Spanish Tennis and the Tennis Technique Bible. I've been training some players, and I had a few players this week, and I'm not going to name names, but I must tell you guys that there were some long faces on the court. And Toni Nadal always says, you cannot train with a long face. So a long face for Toni, for the legend, is, kind of a dejected look, maybe like, looking down at the lowered chin, the drooping face, the long face, as Toni calls it, the sadness, the drama, the depression. Kids basically losing their positive energy and swinging into and taking the fast train to negative town, the fast train to Loserville, or whatever metaphor you'd like to call it. So a long face cannot be tolerated on the tennis court. So you as a coach, I as a coach that's our job. My job is to try to somehow turn a player around, help them to find that positive motivation, that positive energy, a positive way to approach a practice, even if they're not playing their best or even if they're struggling. And kids will struggle for many different reasons, and they will develop a long face sometimes quite quickly for no apparent reason, and at other times for very specific reasons, some sort of triggers. And then a great coach, especially coaches working on the mental game of his or her players, will try to help a player recognize when they're having a lot of negativity, when they're down, when their energy level's down, when they're feeling low, identify triggers, and then work through some strategies to try to get out of that. And a great coach should help the kid do that. And great coaches should not allow kids to play for extended periods of time with that kind of attitude. It's just because it can develop into a habit. So, whatever you allow on the tennis court becomes habitual, and players can literally train themselves into or push themselves deeper and deeper into depths of negativity and low energy and drama on the court. So I just wanted to say, don't let your players train with a long face. Parents, don't let your kids play with a long face. Don't let your kids complain. Don't let your kids play with too much drama, get too over emotional. Don't let your kids act out after every missed shot. I have some players who, like, they miss one shot, it's like the end of the world. It's like World War III. It's like Armageddon, World War III. It's like an apocalypse, and it's just not the case. Make sure you teach kids to keep things in perspective, to try to spin things positively, to flip things in their mind, like the great coach Rick Macy loves to say. You got to flip it. You got to flip those negative things that happen into a positive. And most kids are really, really bad flippers, and they get negative very quickly. Like the clouds come in, the storm is raging, the rain is falling, lightning's striking, thunders. Thunder sound. You can hear the thunder in the air. You can see those clouds, and you can't let a kid play like that. You have to stop, take a break. You may have to send the kid home. You may have to put them on the bench. You may have to tell them to go get a snack. You may have to send them to go talk to mom or dad and say, look, you're about to get sent home. You better turn this ship around. You better fix that phase and get more positive, or there's not going to be a practice today for you. And because what I usually tell kids, I'm not going to let you keep playing like this. We're going to have to stop. We're going to have to take a break, or you're going to have to go home. Unfortunately, that's the case, because if you let a kid practice like that and play like that over and over again, it's going to become a habit and a bigger and bigger problem. The coach has to have the courage to step in there and say, no, this is not acceptable. And you may make some adjustments for a kid. Maybe kid's having a real bad day, something happened off the court, they have problem at home, problem with their girlfriend just broke up with them. They had a tough week at school, they had a bad grade on a test. Totally understandable. So you got to try to that's what great coaches do. They try to feel out their players, like what's really going on here. Maybe it's just like a blip on the radar. It's a one-time thing and it'll be better next practice. But if you see those negative trends, you see those long faces, you see the doom and gloom, and it's happening more than once, and it's happening repeatedly over time in practices, it has to be stopped. The coach has to stop that. Otherwise, you're just creating a monster, and you're allowing a kid to have extremely negative mental habits that are going to be with them for their whole tennis career. So coaches, parents, watch out for that. Do not let your players play with a long face. There has to be an intervention. There has to be somebody who steps in and says, no, you cannot play like that. You cannot react like that. You got to give me something better. You got to get that chin up. You got to turn that frown upside down. You guys know what I'm saying. If you like this Prodigy Maker Minute, please consider watching my big show, The Prodigy Maker Show. It's a podcast, and it's also a live show that we do on this channel. We have almost 70 episodes of wisdom from me and from the great legends of Spain. And we talk about technique and junior development. It's a great show. Check it out. Tell your friends. Also, please consider subscribing. We're trying to grow this channel past 3,000 subs. We're almost at 3,000, and we're trying to get to 10,000 subs. I'm super excited. I think we're going to do it in the next 2 years because we are getting a lot of momentum and more people are watching the show. So I'm super excited about that. More and more people are joining the channel, which is great. Guys, please consider joining if you like that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys on the next program.